Early morning water fetch. Have the MSR. This is the Guardian that I've been using for a couple of years. And two Nalgene wide mouth containers. And let's take the trek. So the water down here on the Colorado River, it was all the way up to here, and over the last several days it's been going lower, so they're not letting as much water out now. It makes for a better time for the rafters. Little area right here. And while I'm pumping, I just look out, enjoy the river. So here, the MSR, pumping water. Takes about 5 pumps for every 100 milliliters. And this is a 1,000 milliliter container, a big mouth container here. And just take your time. I don't want to muscle this handle, because otherwise I might break something like the handle itself, or I mean, it's pretty strong and sturdy, but I don't want to mess up the system in here. It's a plunger system here, so it intakes the dirty water, and then the clean water goes down into the container. And you can see there's 2 lines, and you have the darker tube. You can see readily that it's, this is the dirty water. And then the other one, which is the clean water, that is this clearer one over here. And the dirty water is a smaller tube, and the cleaner water is a much larger one. And then down there you have a pre-filter. There's that pre-filter. The only thing is, when I throw it out there, this is an eddy zone over here on the river, so it's all kind of messed up as far as getting that out there and floating properly. But as long as you have it in the water and it's situated somewhat okay like that, that's the way it should be. You get a faster intake of the water out of the river. You can even feel once both lines, when you start, both of the lines, the tubing, they're empty, so it'll be kind of a little offset in the water. But once there's water in both of the tubes, then it floats much better. face down like you see it there, right? So 1,000 milliliters. And this is water for coffee and cooking. I have 2 Lifesavers that I use for bathing and other things. Doing laundry and stuff like that, I'll use these gulps. Come down here, grab some water, and then if I need to clean a t-shirt or something like that. And this wind is great. I mean, if I was doing laundry today, man, the clothes would basically get dried out. So here's what I do is, for third hand, I use my knee right there, and then I just unscrew the big gulp. Want to make sure that you have everything sitting on something so you don't drop it. And then I screw on the cap securely on the big gulp, and always maintain control of the filter. You don't want to drop that in the water. And then set that aside, and then grab the next one. And so this is the clean area down in here where I'm screwing into. This is the clean area, so you don't want to get dirty water in there. And throw this bad boy out again. And crank. And you can see all that stuff down there in the river, all that sediment, stuff like that, that gets filtered out. Most of it in that pre-filter that's floating down there. And there's the Colorado River in Moab, just outside of Moab. Probably about 5 miles or 6, thereabouts. Beautiful windy day today. It's sunny. And the breeze helps because it brings the temp down a little bit. And all of this stuff right here that you're looking at was covered in water the other day, where I'm actually standing right here, squatting, getting my water. This was all underwater. So you can throw it back out there again, let it float. There we go. Now we'll crank, get some water in here faster. And I find that keeping the MSR Guardian straight up and down helps too. You don't get air bubbles and stuff like that inside in here. So it's more efficient. Whereas if you can see there's like 1 air bubble right there, but that doesn't really do anything. It's an air bubble, that's all. So then what I do is just very carefully unscrew and then put it underneath my arm. Keep hold of this one. Take the top, screw it in. Make sure it's snug and tight, but not too tight. Don't want to break that seal there on the top or the threads. Then what I want to do is I want to cover this with that red cap. So we'll come back up here and we'll reach down in here, grab the, so this is basically it's the seal to the bottom, and you want to put this on before you do anything else so you don't contaminate inside here. You want to always try to keep that clean. And then I find the best way to wrap this up is you just open the handle. It gives you a little bit more room to work with. Hold it up a little high, and then you don't pump any of the water out, leave the water in there. You it helps keep the life of the filter, the longevity of it. You'll kill the filter if you don't keep water in this filter. It keeps the filter healthy. Otherwise the filter would probably, I guess, dry out. Then you'll have an MS Guardian that does not work. And then I push the handle down. This little pre-filter, you can turn it a little bit. And then take it. I just go ahead and put it in the pouch down here by the river hole, by the water hole. And I find it easier. In the beginning when you buy this, it's really stiff and everything, and it'll loosen up. And I find that if I take the handle and put the handle down towards the zipper, it's easier because there's this little curve, and it's lower here and higher there. So what I do is I just put that in down there. And then when you get to the top here, all you have to do is just push down a little bit, and the zipper comes right like that. And there you go, you're all set. So then we go back up to the campsite. We're down in Moab, Utah on the Colorado River. This right here is a walkway where people can walk from other campsites along here, and then they can go down there, and there's an open area down there. There's 3 or 4 campsites down there, and then people can just walk around up and down the river. This is a fishing river, so I'm sure people get a lot of traffic in this area from time to time. I have not seen people down here, but yeah. All right, man. Time to get up the hill. There you have it. MSR 2-liter gold containers. And that'll be the water for today.